Hello everyone, this is Ancy here. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I'm here to talk about telecom billing errors and a major five types of billing errors. So when I'm saying that major five types, I agree that we have lots of types of billing errors. But today I'm going to highlight only on the five where you can make more savings to the client. So the folks who are working for the TEM or for the mobile industry, this video is going to be very helpful for them because there is no videos in the social media or in the YouTube where it says what are the types of billing errors. So this is the first video. It's going to be like where the pointers you will find for the billing errors, and it is going to be useful for everyone, right? So I agree that most of the TEM industry they do audit the contract for more savings for the client, but keep in mind auditing contract is just a one portion of the savings what we are doing it for the client in the TEM or in the mobile industry. But when we do the real-time validation on the invoice on the day-to-day activity, that's the savings that it's an additional savings and the value added what we are getting it to the client. So I hope this video is going to be helpful because I'm just going to give you a very easy pointers so that you guys can understand and dispute with the vendor, and you can keep this pointer as a a book. Make a book, or you can highlight it so that it's going to be useful. All right, so because I am going to I was able to use this pointer and it's my own pointers, and my observation and my experience. So I come up with 15 years of experience in the telecom industry. So my observation is the team, what do they do is, in case if there is a spend is high or the variance is high, they just go back and see what is the spend for this month and what was the for previous month. They don't validate, they don't check why it is high, why it went down. So they don't check that, they don't dispute it, they just update the comments and they just close those tickets or the exceptions or email or whatever you guys use it in your organization, right? So I hope this video is going to be helpful for everyone. So the first pointer is for the intermediate error. So it means that the error which does not occur every month on the same account. Yes, there is lots of chances to occur that same error in a different vendor with a different vendor and a different account, but not in the same account. So what does that mean? It means that you whenever you see a manpower charges, installation charges, tech visit, or tech visit. So these are the errors that when you actually identify this, when you see this, just check with the client. There is an installation charge, or there is a tech visit, or there is a manpower charge for so and so. Do you think that we have to dispute it with the vendor? So in case if the client denies saying that they did not book for the technician, you can go and dispute with the vendor and follow up and get the savings. So you need to inform client that you identified that it is an incorrect charges. So this will add up a value to your clients, all right? So that is additional savings as well as value added. The second one is for recurring charges. So when I say the recurring charges, it is a result of incorrect information and the data in the vendor's customer service records, right? These types of errors can be it can be and contract charges, the contract things when you actually dispute with the vendor, saying that these are like agreed charges, but in data this is what it says, but this is what it's getting billed. So you can just go and dispute it and get the recurring charges. So in case for the month of you agreed the contract for 2 years and you have identified this error on the third month. So third month you are seeing that billing error. So you will get the credit from the third month till the agreed to the contract. So that is a recurring credit what you're going to get it for the client. And the tax error. So this is a major billing error, guys. So tax error, no one knows how the tax works. So you need to actually check because the tax is not a fixed tax for all the vendors. So you need to find out which month there was a slab was high in which parameter, and just go and dispute, because I have seen that where the team just updates the comment saying that the tax has gone high, so I'm just closing this. The tax has gone high, so that's why the variance is high, the spend is high. No, validate what type of tax it is, because there is a various types of tax. So you will see that various types of tax in my next video. So I have that video ready, so I'm going to post that. But when you see the tax, just validate it. Just check what type of tax, what is the percentage that they're charging it. Go ahead and dispute with the vendor. So this is going to be an additional savings to the client, as well as the billing error that you have identified. And the fourth one, it is for the metering and database error. So when I say that metering and database error, it means that when you actually call up, it is a long distance call, and it is just for 15 seconds. I'm just giving you an example. So if it is a 15 seconds, the billing will be for a 30 seconds or for 60 seconds. So you will get a report where it says the call detail report. That report will be helpful for you guys to validate on the metering charges and usage from a different vendor. This is also a different billing error. If you see the metering charges, under the metering charges or the long distance charges, under this column or parameter, you will be able to see this. All right, so these are the charges where you need to validate and go and dispute with the vendor. And the last one is for the telecom agent error. So when I say the telecom agent error, it is nothing but a human error what we do it, right? So it means that where the spend has gone high. I can give you an example here. When the spend has gone high, you will check in case if there is a circuit added or a telephone number added, you have to check with the client, is that it was a requested or it was ordered, or the installation was placed. So all these things you need to validate it. If you have not done it, just go ahead and dispute with the vendor. All right, so that is very much important. And then in case if you are promised any credit, vendor has promised a credit on I can give you an example on the late payment fee, saying that you would have disputed 2 months before and they would have agreed for the credit. The credit would have not it is not reflecting on the invoice. So you need to go back and check with the vendor why it is not. This is also a billing error, because it has been agreed with the client, agreed with the vendor, and you have informed the client saying that this is a credit, you're going to get it, but it is not reflecting on the invoice. This is also a billing error. All right, so let me just give you an highlights where you can find all these things. So when I say that the installation charges and the tech visit or the manpower charges, so these are the charges where you can see on the other charges and credit. So this is the category that you should be looking into it. And the metering charges, when I say the call charges and everything, so you can see that on the long distance charges column or the call details column. So that is where you will be able to find that. And the telecom agent error, again, it is again for the major thing. What happens is again for the line or the circuit which has been added. So you need to check that. And whatever you're doing it, when you're disputing with the vendor, just go back and inform client that you have identified. So when you don't say this word that you have identified and you disputed with the vendor, keep the client posted. So this is where you can build the rapport with the client, as well as it gives more confident for the client that someone is working, someone is looking into the invoice, right? So that makes more happy. So I hope this video will be helpful for everyone. In case if you have any question or any suggestion, you can drop me an email to ancy.alphones@gmail.com. So Alphones is being spelled out as ALPHONES@gmail.com. So I will put my email address in the description. You can email me if you have any question, or else you can drop me a message in LinkedIn. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.